When you think of a cruise, you probably picture sunny days, endless buffets, and relaxing on deck with a drink in hand. But there's a whole other side to cruise ships that most passengers never see. In fact, did you know that a massive cruise ship can carry more than 6,000 passengers and crew, and yet only a small percentage of the ship is open to the public? That's right, most of the ship is hidden behind locked doors, and it's filled with secrets that cruise lines don't want you to know. What about the crew areas? Did you know they live in cramped, windowless rooms while you get to enjoy ocean views from your suite? Or that the free meals you're served might not even be the best ones on board? And what about the hidden costs? There are fees lurking everywhere you go that you won't see until it's too late. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain to reveal what cruise lines don't want you to know. From the crew-only areas to the shocking truth about safety drills, you'll learn everything you've been missing. Stick around, because what you're about to hear may just change how you see your next cruise forever. Chapter 1. Behind the velvet ropes. The crew-only areas you'll never see. Cruise ships are like floating cities, but there's one major difference. A lot of the ship is off-limits to passengers. Ever wonder where the crew spends their downtime? Well, there are entire decks that passengers never see, where the crew relaxes, eats, and even sleeps. These areas are essential to keep the ship running smoothly but remain hidden from the public eye. For example, crew members on a large cruise ship may live in small, cozy cabins tucked away in the lower decks. These rooms are far from the luxurious suites you see advertised in brochures. They're functional, but they're not glamorous. In fact, some crew members share rooms, and the living spaces can be quite cramped. One of the most interesting secrets? The crew lounges, which are the unsung havens of relaxation. These spaces are furnished simply but offer crew members a much-needed escape from the passengers. Passengers might think the ship is just a hotel on the water, but these spaces make a big difference in the daily routine. Crew-only decks also house essential services like laundry rooms and maintenance areas. These are places where passengers will never set foot, but they're crucial for keeping everything running smoothly behind the scenes. Think of them as the ship's arteries, pumping life into the cruise without any public recognition. And here's something passengers don't know. The captain's bridge is open only to a select few. Crew members can get a glimpse of it, but it's off-limits for most employees. The bridge is the heart of the ship, with sophisticated technology running the show. Passengers may walk by the area but never realize how much control the captain truly has. Chapter 2. The Dark Waters. Secrets the cruise lines don't want you to know about. Safety. Cruise lines are known for their smooth, glamorous vacations. However, there are hidden aspects of safety that passengers rarely consider. For example, did you know that many cruise lines don't fully disclose the number of emergency drills they run before a trip? In fact, some cruise ships have secret, unannounced drills to ensure that the crew is always prepared. It's no secret that safety drills are mandatory, but there's a reason why they're often scheduled in the middle of the night. Cruise lines tend to run safety drills when passengers are asleep so that the crew is ready for anything, and passengers are none the wiser. While it may seem odd, it's an effective strategy to keep the ship's emergency response sharp. In an emergency, your lifeboat could be difficult to access. Some passengers don't know that certain lifeboats are reserved for the crew or VIP guests. When there's an actual evacuation, the crew follows a strict hierarchy in boarding lifeboats. This means that passengers may have to wait until everyone else is accounted for before they can board. What about the ship's stability? Many people assume that if a cruise ship starts tilting, it's going to be a big disaster. However, most modern cruise ships are designed with a sophisticated stabilizing system. These systems help prevent tipping in high waves, but it's a fact most passengers never think about while they're lounging on deck. Statistically speaking, cruises are incredibly safe, but one surprising fact is that the majority of medical emergencies on cruise ships involve seasickness, not accidents or major injuries. A report from the CDC reveals that seasickness is the #1 reason for medical evacuations. Yet, cruise lines rarely discuss the severity of sea conditions that can lead to these medical needs. Chapter 3. Gourmet Galley. Why the best meals aren't on the menu. If you've ever dined on a cruise, you know the food can be incredible. But there's a whole other side to cruise dining that most people don't experience: the hidden meals served exclusively to crew members. These meals are prepared by the same chefs, but with ingredients you won't find on the passenger menu. Crew members enjoy a whole different level of dining that many passengers would love to try. For example, the cruise cafeteria often offers freshly made dishes that aren't served to guests. This includes local specialties and comfort food that isn't always available in the fancy dining rooms. The chefs make these meals with the same skill but for a much smaller, more exclusive audience. Ever heard of the secret crew menu? Some cruise lines offer off-menu items that you can request if you know what to ask. It's not widely advertised, but savvy passengers can score special dishes by inquiring with the waitstaff. From exotic seafood to custom cocktails, this hidden menu is a perk for those in the know. In some cases, the chefs will even take requests from passengers if they ask nicely. If you've got a dietary preference or a favorite dish you can't find on the menu, there's a chance the crew can prepare it for you. Just don't expect it to be advertised. Many of the crew's culinary perks come down to practicality. Since the crew works long hours, they need filling, energizing meals. Some passengers don't realize that the ship's food supply is designed with crew needs in mind first. That's why certain foods, like large, hearty portions of rice, pasta, and meat, are served up daily for the crew. Interestingly, the cruise industry also uses leftover food from passenger meals to create special meals for the crew, reducing waste while keeping food costs low. This is a smart strategy for maintaining a balanced food supply without sacrificing quality for the staff. If you're loving these secrets so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You won't want to miss what comes next. Chapter 4. The hidden costs. What you're really paying for on a cruise. When booking a cruise, many passengers are drawn in by the shiny, all-inclusive promises. But when you get on board, you might quickly realize there are a lot of additional costs. First, let's talk about gratuities. These are often automatically added to your bill. They can add up to hundreds of dollars for a single trip, yet they're rarely included in the advertised price. Then there are the excursions. Sure, you can buy packages that promise all sorts of fun activities. But those discounted excursions often cost much more than you think. If you book them independently, you might save a lot. Cruise lines tend to mark up the cost of shore excursions by as much as 50%. And don't forget the drinks. While some cruises offer all-inclusive drink packages, they're not always as good as they seem. You may find yourself paying a premium for alcohol, soda, or even bottled water, especially if you like to indulge in a drink or two every day. It's a hidden cost that can add up fast. Wi-Fi is another surprise cost. Cruise ships offer limited internet service, but it's often slow and pricey. For example, some cruise lines charge up to $30 per day for internet access, and the connection may be unreliable in certain parts of the ship. Many passengers don't realize they'll need to budget for this luxury in advance. Also, take a look at those free activities. While the casino and some shows are free, others like premium dining or specialty entertainment come with hidden fees. These are tactics used by cruise lines to create the illusion of an all-inclusive experience while still getting you to open your wallet. Chapter 5. The unseen architects. The engineers who control the cruise experience. Cruise ship engineers are the unsung heroes who make sure everything goes smoothly, and passengers often don't even realize they exist. These highly trained professionals oversee everything from the ship's engine room to its complex water filtration systems. Without them, the ship would be little more than a floating hotel. The ship's engines are among the most complex machines you'll ever encounter. Did you know that cruise ships can travel up to 30 miles per hour using engines that generate 100,000 horsepower? That's enough power to run a small city, and it's all hidden away in the engine room. Engineers monitor this 24/7 to keep things running at full speed. There's also the ship's power system, which is crucial for everything on board. From air conditioning to lighting and even cooking equipment, everything relies on electricity. Engineers ensure that everything stays powered up and that backup systems kick in if anything goes wrong. One of the most critical jobs of the engineers is keeping the water systems functioning. Many passengers don't realize that cruise ships generate their own fresh water from the ocean. This process, known as desalination, involves removing salt from seawater to create potable water for the ship. Then there are the onboard waste management systems. cruise ships have sophisticated technology to treat wastewater and manage garbage. The waste is carefully sorted and disposed of in ways that minimize environmental impact. Many ships have advanced systems that even turn food waste into biodegradable materials. Interestingly, cruise lines invest heavily in research to make ships more environmentally friendly. This includes creating eco-friendly propulsion systems, using more energy-efficient technologies, and exploring alternative fuels. However, these innovations remain hidden from the eyes of most passengers. Chapter 6. Pirate Invasion and Ghost Stories. Real-life tales from the high seas. Cruising the open waters might seem relaxing, but there are tales of pirate invasions and eerie happenings that will send a chill down your spine. In fact, pirates still pose a real threat on some cruise routes. While modern cruise ships have security systems in place, there have been rare instances where pirates have attempted to hijack ships. One of the most famous pirate stories involves the Seabourn Spirit. In 2005, the cruise ship was attacked by Somali pirates. However, the quick-thinking crew and passengers were able to fend off the attackers, and the ship continued on its way. It was a close call, but it highlighted just how dangerous the high seas can still be. Ghost stories are also common on cruise ships, many of which have their own haunted histories. For instance, the Queen Mary, which is now docked in Long Beach, California, is infamous for its ghostly sightings. Passengers and crew alike have reported hearing eerie noises and seeing apparitions in the ship's hallways. Some passengers claim to have witnessed strange occurrences on their own cruise ships. There have been reports of unexplained noises, cold spots, and even sightings of ghostly figures. Could it be the result of a long history of seafaring tragedy, or are they just stories meant to add mystery to the cruise experience? These tales, while often dismissed as folklore, add to the intrigue and allure of cruising. Whether it's pirates on the horizon or a phantom on deck, the high seas have always held a fascination for mystery and adventure. If you enjoyed uncovering these secrets, be sure to subscribe for more hidden travel facts and behind-the-scenes stories. You won't want to miss what's next.